Hey YouTube, Dan over here coming at you fresh off a regional loss because my team did not have enough bulk. So I bring you Team Bulk in the Great League. Mantine, Registeel, Umbreon, ABB style team, double weak to fighting in the back. Mantine is a half water, half flyer, so the flyer should negate the counter user there. And let's just get into the battles because I want to talk a bit about each of these Pokemon. Starting with Mantine, because Mantine is a really interesting one because everyone's all on Noctowl and Pelipper. And I think rightfully so because Pelipper was one of the best safe swaps in the league before. Now being able to get to the Weather Balls is huge. Faster is huge as a safe swap. Noctowl is just so tanky, and even though it doesn't hit super hard, it has nice coverage moves. Like Sky Attack, Shadow Ball are super nice coverage moves to have. So that's been good. For Noctowl and Pelipper. Why people are kind of think are sleeping on Mantine? They're not sleeping on it. The wing attack buff is really nice. What is not nice is the lack of charge moves. So Bubble and Ice Beam. So Bubble obviously just lowers your opponent's Bubble or Bubble Beam. I think it's Bubble Beam, is it not? Because Bubble is the fast move if I remember. So let me just PV poke that. I'm almost positive that I just inputted that wrong, because I'm pretty sure it is Bubble Beam. It is Bubble Beam because Bubble is the fast move. So Bubble Beam basically lowers it. It's not a move that does anything but lower your opponent's attack, right? So in the matchup there, I should have actually thrown Bubble Beam against the Trevenant, because in that matchup, all you need to do is wing attack, lower their attack, lower wing attack, super effective, lower their attack, Bubble Beam. Just combo there. I didn't really need to go for the Ice Beam there. And then you have Ice Beam. So Ice Beam is a non-stab move, and it's not amazing. Like, it's nice for coverage against like the flyers that you're seeing everywhere. But what Bubble Beam Ice Beam does, first of all, it's just like you're walled against pure water Pokemon like Lantern, right? Bubble Beam Ice Beam, you have and wing attack. You're just nowhere to go against Lantern. So I think the charge moves make it significantly worse and kind of limit what you can do with this Pokemon, which is why I don't think you see it as much. It's a good Pokemon in the fact that it's decently tanky. Wing attack is buffed, so you can do okay with it. And then if you get into matchups where Ice Beam hits super effective, like it's nice to have, like, and there's a lot of flyers out there or dragons and stuff like that. So it's nice to have, and it gets you quicker now with the wing attack. So Mantine, good Pokemon. You need to pair it with at least one thing that can beat Lantern, aka Registeel, and then Umbreon actually does pretty good against Lantern. Umbreon is the second Pokemon I want to talk about here because Umbreon is, in my opinion, I don't know where it's ranked on PV Poke. I don't actually care where it's ranked on PV Poke because PV Poke kind of more focuses on the wins. I think Umbreon, yeah, ranked 30. I think Umbreon is interesting because now that the Charmers are kind of nowhere to be seen, you're left with a couple things of weakness. So the first is like counter users, right? The other dark counter users, Scrafty Obstagoon or Toxic Metachamp. There's not much you can do with there. But then you get into all the sort of neutral matchups like Registeel, Bastiodon, Diggersby, Glaring Sunfist, like the steals. You lose, but it's not a bad loss. And then you get a lot of like close wins here. Walrein, Pelipper, Swampert, Shadow Swampert, Lantern, you do win the Lantern. Spark and Water Gun, you win both of those. Noctowl, you win that, right? So there's a lot of big wins for Umbreon, and one of the main reasons that it kind of went away for a while is because first, Azumarill was everywhere, and then Charmers were everywhere, like A9 Tails or double charm teams were all over the place. And then now Metachamp is everywhere. But Metachamp has kind of been neutralized by Noctowl, right? So you're not seeing as many Trevenants around. So I think that sorry, not Trevenant. What was I saying? Metachamps. Sorry. So you're not seeing as many Metachamps around as much anymore. And you're not seeing as many Lickitungs. I mean, like you actually do a great match. strike that. Lickitung is interesting. I want to actually try Lickitung on one of my future teams. But sorry, with the Charmers gone, with not as many counter users because of Noctowl everywhere, and with the wins against like a lot of the main core there, I think Umbreon, you're going to see a lot more of it, because I think it's actually a really good play, and it's back to like being just a pretty good safe swap, right? Quite honestly. Registeel. I played Registeel as a nice answer to the Flyers, right? Especially the problem with Galarian Stunfisk is there was a whole discussion online about whether you could, with proper breakpoints and baiting, a Noctowl can beat Galarian Stunfisk. Zap Cannon kind of just says, I'm not worried about your about your moves here, right? And here we go against Pelipper. These, I'm not gonna lie, these weather balls do start adding up because they do come pretty quick. It's still gonna take like 4 though. The wing attacks aren't gonna do much. And I played this Pelipper match in, I think, even matchups. It's a one shot if they don't shield like that. And I think I played in the one. I think I won against one that ended up shielding, and I still got, and they spam 4 weather balls. I didn't die, and I took them out. So it's a nice. It still got play. I swear I did lower their attack there. For 67% chance of lowering their attack, I think I went like 2 of 6 of lowering their attack, which is very frustrating. But Registeel is just, it's clunky. I think that's the best way to describe it. You're just locking on and then nuking. The problem is like these are nukes, so it takes a while to get to. So and lock on obviously does like no damage, right? So unlike Swampert, where like the hydro cannons come fast, these come somewhat slow. They are nukes, right? So you don't want them to come too fast, but they are kind of slow. So I don't love using Registeel, and there's still enough like Swampert and Lantern now. I think Lantern matches up pretty close actually. But so it's a good answer for the Flyers. But there's Galarian Stunfisk everywhere now too, right? So that's a pretty decent answer, I think, to you. Bastion, there's not as many, but then there's still meta champs, right? So I lost the lead here. I'm going to lose switch here, so I can't imagine I'm going to get out of this. Okay. So yeah, that's a team. I don't love ABB style teams. If you go to my team building series, I've already mentioned multiple times, I don't love ABB style teams because it forces you to switch out. And then if you get hit with the counter here, like if I lost lead and I lost switch, there's really like nothing I can do unless for somehow I can in the back end have something that beats Umbreon, but I don't think that's going to happen either. So I don't love ABB style teams. So if I was going to, I would actually probably get rid of the Registeel on this team, replace it with something that can beat your, just because you get so walled by like Galarian Stunfisk and Lantern. So you need something that'll beat like the Lantern and Galarian Stunfisk here. So that's what I replace Registeel with. What can beat Lantern and Galarian Stunfisk? I mean, Swampert can. Swampert's not bad because then you have the wing attack for grass. And as you can see in this matchup here, like you're okay. You're not great. Leaf Cornair is going to lower my attack 100%. Yeah, attack harshly fell. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm not staying around for that. So yeah, that's a team. Bulk is better because it gives you upper. So I talked about each individual Pokemon, but I actually talked about bulk is better. But I mentioned multiple times in my video, bulk allows you to take a moment to think, right? Because you can just the problem when I was against Bird Power in my second matchup was I had Shadow Swampert and I had Shadow Ninetales, which I love using both of them because they both hit like trucks. The problem was she had Metachamp and she led Metachamp both times, and she led into Swampert once and Ninetales the other time, and it just like the counters added up too quickly. So I was either like shielding like Ice Punch, which is not like a great move to have to shield, but the counters were doing too much, so I needed to shield, and I was still being taken into like the red. So bulk allows you to sort of get in those matchups, and even if you like are taking super effective from the counters, like Ice Punches and stuff like that don't really hurt a lot of these Pokemon that have the bulk. So it's nice just to like, okay, I'm in this, I'm losing, but gives me time to think, like, where can I go from here? I'll still get a couple foul plays off. I'll get a Zap Cannon off. What's my next move? So that's kind of why bulk is better, and it gives you the opportunity to just kind of like think about your win condition without having to worry about like, oh, I'm gonna be taken out here in a second. I need to shield, and what do I do next? So that is why I do team bulk. That's it. So that's it. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment, appreciate that. And I'm gonna post this on Sunday just because I have so many Great League teams, because Great League's been on for 2 weeks. So I've been playing Great League in advance. So I've got a bunch of teams. So I'm just gonna post this Sunday, come at you with a bunch more till Thursday, and then Thursday is the changeover the league, which is Ultra League and Ultra Premier Classic. So this will be, we should have a celebration because this will be the last time ever we have Ultra League Premier Classic, because they said that they are retiring the classics. So for those of you who don't know, Premier means no legendary, Classic means no XL. So Ultra League level 40, no XL, no legendary. So you're gonna have, just trying to remember off the top of my head, a lot of them like were back in the day. I don't think the rankings are up yet. Maybe they're up. Let's just check while I rant. Everyone who's gone is already gone. Back in the day, it was like Dragonite, Swampert, Empoleon. Yeah, Ultra League Premier Classic is not up yet. But back in the day, it was, yeah. So Dragonite, Escav, Empoleon, Swampert, Amok. So those are like sort of the main Pokemon for Premier Classic. So if you don't have those built yet, or you do, like that's what I would focus on for team building. But I will go over team building when that launches. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.